conjecturing about the development cycle engaged with building the pyramids, a lot of what molded his thoughts and afterward figure out his cycle was, at that point, clear and laid out. The pyramid region was at that point there, 22 feet wide and 33 feet. There was proof of a channel, and there was a shrouded thoroughfare in 450 BC, almost 2,000 years after the development of the pyramids. The Greek student of history Herodotus ventured out to Egypt and visited the Giza level here. His aide made sense of for him that the boulevard alone required 10 years to build. Yet though conventional history specialists view it as a walkway utilized for stylized purposes, Chris saw a line adducted designed and excessively vigorous for such a straightforward capability. With these pieces of the riddle currently set up, Chris started to develop his own technique. The undertaking would start by setting up the foundation. A channel would be all dug from the Nile associated with the limestone quarry, and as near the pyramid site as conceivable, a harbor would be based on the waterway, and a roofed causeway worked from the harbor to the pyramid construct region. A canal, that is the area, would be dug around the limestone outcrop and loaded up with water. The labor force would be informed that any stone projecting through the water leaves breaking off once every one of the descending stone has been eliminated. The water level would be brought down and the cycle rehashed. The entire region inside the channel need not be evened out just around the primary meters in it. Is basic, the border hinders, and unequivocally level for underlying strength. Like the edge walls of a house, the inside is less significant, and there is little need to eliminate rock just to supplant it with blocks. Once the water level has been dropped 30 millimeters around the full border of the pyramid base, and no stone is jutting, the establishments are evened out and prepared to get the blocks when the undertaking starts and foundation is being set up. Coring and molding the blocks can start. A colossal measure of blocks would be finished when the pyramid site is prepared to acknowledge them. When limestone is first quarried, it is a somewhat delicate stone, which solidifies when presented to the Khotu in the air. By putting the blocks straight into water after they're let out of the quarry stage, the stone will remain gentler and all the more handily worked with copper devices. By molding the blocks in the water surface can be utilized as a consistent level. By moving floats around the blocks, they could be effectively turned in the water, and every one of the 6 sides evened out and formed. Moreover, working in water is likewise a more wonderful calm. The binge climate, the external packaging blocks would be quarried upstream at the quarry. Each section would be unequivocally cut into the quarry floor, and each block would be set into the score during forming. By utilizing the water surface as a level, each block set into the furrow would deliver the very same calculated face, which would arrange impeccably when set. The packaging block point can be checked by utilizing a straightforward water level. Horing interaction can occur lasting through the year. Once molded and blocks would have floats with water, the blocks would drift up the interstate and into the water-filled region. The principal blocks to be set are Turo calculated packaging stones. They would be drifted around the area and brought down into position, a more extended exact commented line while building a house. The border brickwork is put first to give the structure his exact shape and strength, with a rooftop sitting on the edge. Brickwork and most of the inner wall not being load-bearing, be it a house or a jigsaw. By beginning and joining the edge pieces, the uniform shape is caused. The inside will to be then handily figured out. A similar will apply. The pyramid building, get the external blocks unequivocally positioned, and the construction will have the right shape. The initial not many layers behind the confronting blocks should be definitively gotten and consolidated to give the design innate strength. Because of the lower blocks not being raised over the region level, bigger blocks can be set, giving areas of strength to the structure. As each block layer is placed, he's checked for level against the water surface. Changes would then be made to the blocks. When a layer has been finished and level checked, more water is added to the region channel, making the water further, so the following layer can be drifted into position. This cycle would go on until the water's level for the highest point of the region wall, which was around 1 meter high when the initial not many layers have been situated, and an almost level with the region wall. The blocks should be raised above the region. Water level by building a lift shaft onto the side of the pyramid could reproduce a comparable design to the boulevard. Again, fabricate 2 esol.